Transmedia is the telling of a single story across multiple platforms and devices. So it's using the same narrative thread, but telling part of that story through, say, tablets as well as phones as well as desktops. So what I wanted to do was recreate the Michael Brown crime scene in 3D. Visited the scene, was able to canvas a number of other photographers and use their photos as reference materials. I drew up the area, and then I actually, using SketchUp, Google SketchUp, I was able to import the actual geomap into Google SketchUp, so I was absolutely 100% certain of where the different buildings were. Because fortunately, with this technology, you can drop a geolocated scene onto a set of axes and then build up the models from there, having very sort of accurate foundations. Once I had the SketchUp model, I then worked with a team that built the model fully rendered in Unity. We will sync that with the devices, so with the iPhones and the tablets, essentially using triggers to then revert back to the iPod and iPhone and panels that will allow users to move through this virtual environment, being notified as they reach certain beacons which testimonies they can view. So with the Ferguson project serving as an example template, essentially what I did is I started out by transcribing the eyewitness testimonies into a Google Doc. From there I worked them up into a sketch format which I would be able to share with editors at the sort of the draft level to allow for further comments or additional changes or annotations. Then I created final art, which I then coloured, and it was from that that I was able to then export each of the panels into the iPhone format. Essentially what I want to do is take scripts or investigations, typically that are text only, and work and collaborate with newsroom organisations and turn those stories into more of a narrative sequential either comic or interactive piece, essentially a transmedia piece that could work across the platforms. In that way we'd be able to adapt a long-form textual piece into something that could comprise a mobile app or a series of web animations or an interactive immersive walkthrough, as you can see with Unity. Really what I wanted to do is marry the technology that will give readers the opportunity to experience this scene in a way that hasn't really been done before, as well as hopefully push them closer to making their own minds up